Hello, my fourth grade friends. We are going to continue with our story, Inside Out and Back Again. We are now in America, where the family of this little girl have now been sponsored by a man who is a cowboy. He lives in Alabama, and that's where I made a mistake and said he had a store that sold cats, but I meant cars. So we'll see what happens, okay? That's where we last left off. We're now in part 3, called Alabama. Unpack and repack. We're giddy when we get off the airplane. Our cowboy, who never takes off his tall hat, delivers us to his huge house where grass spreads out so green it looks painted. Stay until you feel ready. We smile and unpack in 2 outfits we each own. One look at our cowboy's wife, arms, lips, eyes contoured into knots, and we unpack. English above all. We sit and sleep in the lowest level of the cowboy's house, where we never see the wife. I must stand on a chair that stands on it and that stands on a tea table to see the sun and the moon out a 2 high window. So it sounds like they're sleeping in the basement. And the basement's probably a lot taller than the basements we have in the city of Chicago. So it sounds like the basement is very high, so she has to stand on top of a little chair that she has to put on top of a table to look out the window. The wife insists that we keep out of her neighbor's eyes. Oh no, the wife doesn't sound very nice. Mother shrugs. More room here than 2 mats on a ship. I wish she wouldn't try to make something bad butter. She calls a family meeting. Until you children master English, you must think, do, wish for nothing else. Not your father, not our old home, not your old friends, not our future. She tries to mean it about father, but I know at times words are just words. That's August 16th. First rule. Brother Kwong says, add an S to nouns to mean more than one, even if there is already an S sitting there. Glass, glasses. All day I practice squeezing hisses through my teeth. Whoever invented English must have loved snakes. August 17th. American chicken. Most food our cowboy brings is wrapped in plastic or pushed into cans, while chicken and beef are chopped and frozen. We live on rice, soy sauce, canned corn. Today our cowboy brings a paper bucket of chicken, skin crispy and golden, smelling of perfection. Fried chicken, one of my favorites. Yum. Brother Koi recoils, vowing to never eat anything with wings. Remember, he's the one that tried to hide the egg into his pocket, and then the little baby chick hatched, and then it died. So he doesn't want to eat chicken. Our cowboy bites on a leg, grins to show teeth and gums. So he's like, this is how you eat it. You take a bite. I wonder if he's so friendly because his wife is so mean. We bite. The skin tastes as promised. Crunchy and salty, hot and spicy. But Mother wipes the corners of her mouth before passing her piece into her napkin. Brother Vu gags. A cowboy scrunches his brows, surely thinking, why are his refugees so picky? Brother Kwong forces a swallow before explaining that we are used to fresh killed chicken that roamed the yard, snacking on grains and worms. Such meat grows tightness and texture, smelling of meadows and tasting sweet. I bite down on a thigh, might as well bite down on a bread soaked in water. Still, I force my yum-yum sounds. Oh, yummy. I hope to ride the horse our cowboy surely has. August 20th. Out the 2 high window. Green mats of grass in front of every house. Vast windows in front of sealed curtains. Cement lanes where no one walks. Big cars pass not often. Not a noise. Clean, quiet, loneliness. August 21st. So she's looking at out the window. What's what she sees? She sees grasses in front of every house, big windows in front of these houses, because it sounds like they live in the neighborhood where there are a lot of big houses. And the cement lanes, meaning the streets. Big cars driving down. Second rule, as we add s to verbs acted by one person in the present tense, even if there is already an s sound nearby, she chooses. He refuses. I'm getting better at hissing. No longer spitting on my forearms. August 22nd. American address. Our cowboy our cowboy in an even taller hat finds us a house on Princess Anne Road. He pays rent ahead 3 months. Mother could not believe his generosity until Brother Kwong says the American government gives sponsors money. So his brother is kind of negative in saying that the reason why he's helping us is because the government's giving him money to help us. Mother is even more amazed by the generosity of the American government until Brother Kwong says it's to ease the guilt of the losing war. Mother's face crinkles like paper on fire. She tells Brother Kwong to clamp shut his mouth. Kind of like if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it. People living on others' goodwill cannot afford political opinions. I inspect our house. 2 bedrooms, 1 for my brothers, 1 for me and my mother. A washing machine because no one here will scrub laundry in exchange for a bowl of rice. The stove spews out clean blue flames, unlike the ashy coals back at home. What I love best, the lotus pod shower, where heavy drops will massage my scalp as if I were standing in a monsoon. A monsoon is something that happens in the Asian countries, where it just rains and rains and rains for like days in a row, and not just little rain, like very heavy rain. What I don't love, pink sofas, green chairs, plastic cover on a table, stained mattresses, old clothes, unmatched dishes. All from friends of our cowboy. Even at our poorest, we always had beautiful furniture and matching dishes. Mother says be grateful, and I'm trying. August 24th. Letter home. As soon as we have an address, Mother writes all the way to the north, where Father's brother anchors down the family line in their ancestral home. It's the first time Mother has been allowed to contact anyone in the north since the country divided. It would be the first time Father's brother learns of his disappearance, unless Father has sent word that he is safe after all. I shiver with hope. August 25th. This is our last chapter here. Third rule. Always an exception. Do not add an s to certain nouns. 1 deer, 2 deer. Like you don't add an s after a deer to say 1 deer, 2 deers. 1 deer, 2 deer. Why no s's for 2 deer, but an s for 2 monkeys? Question to think about. Brother Kwong says, no one knows. That's a weird thing about English. There are certain rules that just doesn't apply. So much for rules. Whoever invented English should be bitten by a snake. August 26th. Okay, my friends, we will stop there. This is going to be the last week where we're going to be reading this before spring break. Next week is spring break. I hope you guys get to go outside and enjoy some weather. Have a great week. I'm going to see you guys, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.